My name is Dr. P.C. Patel, Professor and Chief Soil Health Specialist, Anand Agriculture University and Paru University and Mati Mati Agro Mart Private Limited, Anand, Gujarat. So today, the topic of my YouTube is health benefits of millet crop. Millet nutrition fact and health benefit. Millet is an ancient grain that is commonly consumed throughout India, America, and parts of Europe. This gluten-free whole grain, which is technically a seed, is also gaining popularity in the US as a rice or quinoa already. According to the Whole Grain Council, millet is the sixth important cereal grain in the world. There are many different types of millet and all of them belong to the grasses family. The hardy crop is grown for animal feed and birdseed, but is also popular food for human in many parts of the world because of its high nutritional value. It can also be milled into flour and used to make gluten-free bread and other products. Pulp millet is the kind that you are the most likely to see in American grocery stores. It has a nutty mid flavor that makes it a great additional to salad, soup, and other savory dishes. Health benefit of millet. So it is safe for gluten-free diet. Then second one may help lower cholesterol. In a research review published in 2018, researchers examined 19 meta-analyses related to the whole grain consumption. Study author found that whole grain can help to lower total and lower density lipoprotein LDL cholesterol by 1 to 2% when compared to refined grain. So millet can help to lower down the cholesterol. Then it helps increase daily fiber intake. Millet provide a modest amount of dietary fiber, so it contains fiber. It is lower in fiber than other grains such as barley or quinoa, but higher in fiber than brown rice. So millet have higher fiber than rice crop. Since most Americans do not get enough fiber, choosing any whole grain that contain fiber is better for meeting your fiber goal than choosing a refined grain. Improve management of constipation. You know that for the constipation problem, the fiber is very important and it helps in digestion and improve the stool frequency. A study conducted in 2018 found that when older adults added fiber to their diet, stool frequency improved and laxative use decreased, thereby reducing the burden of constipation. A review published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology in 2012 found that increasing dietary fiber intake can increase stool frequency in those who have constipation. So those people have the problem of the constipation, they have to eat the millet. So it helps in improve digestion and improve the stool frequency. May prevent chronic disease. Certain cereal grains including millet along with wheat, corn, rice, sorghum, rye, oat and barley contain phenolic compound with antioxidant properties. Antioxidants help prevent oxidative stress that can occur when cells are exposed to free radicals. So kodo millet, finger millet, that is a nagli, foxtail, proso, pearl millet, bajra. It is also known as bajra, and little millet were studied. All varieties show high antioxidant activity with kodo millet, that is kodra, showing the highest activity. Researchers have concluded that natural antioxidants such as those found in millet can play a role in the prevention of chronic disease such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, and cancer. So you know that at present the importance of the millet has been worldwide, not in India, but worldwide. And the people have started the uh, to eat the millet crop. Then list of type of millets. So there are 9 millets. Sorghum millet, in India it is known as jowar. It is commonly called as jowar in India. So you can see the crop sorghum jowar. It is a dual crop. You can grow for fodder or the fodder purpose to feed the animals. But when we can grow the dual purpose, then the grains are eaten by the human being and the fodder fed to the animals. Then proso millet, chena, it is also known as broom corn millet. Then pul millet, bajra, it is popular and it is a staple food of the Gujarat and the Saurashtra people are and Anand, Kheda, Baroda district peoples are eating the pul millet, whereas the South Gujarat peoples eat the sorghum crop. They prepare the bread. Then foxtail millet, then finger millet, ragi. I have served 5 years in hill millet crops from 1977 to 1982 at Hill Millet Station, uh, Dahod, Anand Agricultural University. So we have conducted the trials on different hill millet crops for agronomy as well as for the plant breeding purpose. Then 6-1 brown top millet, it is also known as Kolli. Then barnyard yard millet, Tanwa, little millet, it is Morayo. So the Morayo eaten by the people of the India when there is a fast or upvas. Then kodo millet, it is also known as kodra. Then how to grow millet crops? To grow millet, you need a sunny location with well-drained loose soil. So the soil should be well-drained. It should not be waterlogged condition. Otherwise, it will not survive the millet crop. You should work nitrogen-rich fertilizer into the soil before planting and add more compost or fertilizer as the millet grows. So for preparation of the land, we should have to apply the farmyard manure, a compost, and at the time of sowing, we should have to add nitrogen fertilizer. But before that, we have to carry out the soil analysis and whatever the nutrients are deficient in soil, that nutrient has been added in soil through the chemical fertilizer or manure. You should plant the seed at least 2 inches apart and cover them with soil or compost. The rows of seeds should be at least 12 inches apart. So between two lines, you should have to keep 12 inches, that is 1 feet distance, so that you can carry out the interculturing operation and there will be no problem of the weeds. You should wait until the soil temperature is consistent at 65 degrees Fahrenheit or above, which is usually after the last frost and several weeks after the corn or sorghum planting time. Millet can be sown directly on the ground it contains or in raised beds. So in India, located in this tropical climate, and the millet crops can be grown in monsoon season when there is a rainfall and there is a good crop production and people are eating the millet crop since ancient time. Then Indian Institute of Millet Research, Rajendra Nagar, Hyderabad, ICR Research Station, have published one book, Latest Millet Production and Processing Technology. So for the further reading and for latest millet production and processing technology by ICR Institute, so you have to refer this book. So you can get the latest technologies for the production of the millet crops and their processing technology. So it is a proso millet, chena, So you can see here the grain and the plant and grain here. Then pearl millet. So it is a staple food crop of the people of the India, particularly Gujarat. So you can see here the bajra crop and it is bajra grain. Then foxtail millet. So it is a plant. You can see the earhead. Then it is a grain. Then finger millet, ragi, nagli. Also it is known as ragi nagli. So before 50 years, I have observed that the tribal people of the Dawood districts, at present Dawood is a district, they eat finger millet and it contains maximum nutrients and they can do the hard work. So you can see it is a finger millet. Then brown top millet, orally. So it is a plant and it is a seed. Then sanva, barnyard millet. So panicle and grains. Then little millet, Mureyo. So the Hindus people of the India take the Mureyo at the time of the fast or upvas. So here you can see it is a upvas sold in the market at a Mureyo, upvas Mureyo. So it is a grain. Then last one is kodo millet, kodra. So here you can see that kodo khao, sugar free ho jao. So those who have diabetes, they can eat the kodo millet, kodra. Then approximate composition of millet grain variety. So here you can see the foxtail millet, Onio, proso millet, pearl millet, finger millet. So you can see here the reasonable protein content in the millet crop. Then S is greater in pearl millet and finger millet. You can do highest S content in finger millet. Then fat and total carbohydrate. So it is highest in the finger millet and fonio. Then crude fiber, well, it is higher in pearl millet. So we have discussed that crude fiber is very important for the constipation, for particularly for the old people. Then millet for food and nutritional security. So you know that finger millet, so it compare with the rice and wheat. So protein 7.3 reasonable, slightly lower than wheat, but higher than rice. Then fat comparable with the wheat. Minerals higher in finger millet as compared to the rice and wheat. Then fiber also greater, 3.6, 3 times higher than wheat. Then carbohydrate, 72%. Calcium, you can see here, maximum calcium. So I told that the tribal people are eat the finger millet, so they have the better health and they can do the hard work in the field as well as the digging the soil and for the construction of the roads and railways, etc. So tribal people of the Panchmals and Dawood, they are working hard and their food is the finger millet. Then phosphorus is also comparable with the wheat but greater than rice. Then thiamine, it is present in rice and wheat, it is not present in edible matters. Then last one, table 3, nutrient content in small millet compared to other common grains. So here you can see that millet crops, foxtail, little, kodo, sorghum, pearl millet and finger millet. So you can see that a green color indicate the nutrient content. So in wheat and rice, it is less. It is greater in the all the millet crops, and you can see particularly in the finger millet, fiber and calcium is greater. Then barnyard, carbohydrate, fat, and fiber is greater. In kodo millet, then foxtail, you can see protein, carbohydrate, then minerals, then fiber is greater, then phosphorus is greater, then thiamine is greater. Whereas in wheat, you can see only the phosphorus is greater and niacin is greater, whereas the rest is lower. So if you have liked my YouTube related to health benefit of, sorry, actually it is a health benefit of millet crops. Health benefit of millet crop. So if you like my YouTube related to health benefit of millet crops, then please request to subscribe my channel. Thank you. So you have listened my YouTube, and you know that in wheat crops there is a gluten, so it is less digestible, and there is a problem. And therefore, on the basis of the research, the medical science has suggested that we should have to eat the millet crop. So pearl millet, then sorghum, so then finger millet, kodo millet are the excellent crop for the health point, health benefit. So we have discussed. So you know that government of India also declared that when you prepare the food, then you should have to keep at least one item of the millet crops. So it is compulsory everywhere in any function, social or government or any other function. So International Year of the Millet. So you know that now the importance of the millet crops, and for taking the millet in diet, we should keep our health healthy, and we can create the immunity power, and we can fight against the disease. So again, thank you very much.